Hi everyone, this is Sharon with Boys at Play. This is part 2 of the making crafts for the second grade. I call it a swap meet. So we left off on the previous video with making the little potted plants. So we made these. This was in the previous video, part 1. And so now I'm working on some real quick, some keychains for him also to sell to his classmates. So I'm just going to do a tutorial really quick on how to make these. I looked at some videos, and of course, you know, I make my own. I tweak what they do to my convenience. So I make it easier for me, or sometimes they suggest something and I'm like, you know what, that's too much detail. I don't think this is a lot of work. I think this is beginner maker to, this is fairly easy for anyone. I'd say like a 7-year-old could definitely do this. So what I did is, for supplies, here's my egg crate. Like I said, I recycle everything. There's always a purpose for something. I found some key rings, keychains, the ring part, and I took some from my husband, so don't say anything. He's gonna probably come up to me and itch his head and say, what happened to my key rings? And here I have some of the kids' names in this, and some string. I'm doing string. Some people like to use like this plastic stuff. I don't know what it is. This is great maybe if you're like in cooler weather, but we're here in the desert, like Palm Springs area, California, and it's hot. It's very hot, pretty much like 9 months of the year. It's hot. So I'm just afraid that this stuff's just gonna like melt, especially if you put this in your backpack. Parents leave backpacks in the cars, and sometimes I'd hate for it to melt. So I'm just sticking with regular fabric. Some tape. Of course, I found like this little keychain. Like I said, those toys that I keep, that I give to my son's pediatrician, I kind of rummaged through it and I found this keychain related. And a lighter. Then again, you're going to need some parent help for this. That's the only part you need help with an adult. And I don't know, I always have my glue stick ready. I don't know, it just always comes in handy. I have some letters here that I had bought actually at the dollar store, I'd say about like 4 years ago, that I did not have the heart to throw out. I don't know why I bought them. I just thought they were cute, and I knew in the future I was going to use them for something. Here's some hearts that we had made, some necklaces. Maybe about 2 years ago, Matthew made me a Valentine's Day heart necklace. And these are also some beads that I have found. My sister gave me like some costume jewelry a long time ago. I never wore it, but I thought some of the beads were pretty, so I just kept them. Of course, that's my pack retness coming out. And so just real quick, here we go. We're going to, and I just happen to have this close by. I didn't have my 12-inch ruler. So it's easy if you use a 12-inch ruler, or I just happen to have this. I was going to throw it out, and I was like, you know what, I can use that as a measuring tape. So just real quick, get this end flush right here. Like I said, this is about 1 foot right here. So you have this measured out, so it's double. So in a previous video, they just only had a single strand. And of course, scissors. Another video had a girl had just used a single thread, a single piece of string, and she made like a knot right here, just a single, maybe two single knots, and to me that doesn't seem very sturdy. So my version is I'm doubling it. So I'm getting these two ends right here, put them together, and I'm looping it actually. I'm going to get this, loop it through here. Now it's in the middle. I'm going to open this part, stick this end in through the loop, and I am just going to pull it, hold it right here, and there we go. So this has double the strength, and that way you don't have those loose ends kind of like popping out everywhere. So this one just has kind of like a clean start. So we don't need this anymore. We don't need this, at least for right now. Again, I have a lot of projects going on around the house. I'm just going to grab a piece of tape right here, and I'm going to put this in between the little loop here, and I'm going to tape it to the countertop. I was having my husband hold it, but he is with Daniel right now. So that's why it's so quiet, and Daniel hasn't said, "Hi, Daniel," when I tell him to say hi. So here we go. And this is our end result. This is our goal, to make something like this. I think it's super cute, inexpensive, and you know, you can do keychains for your purse, backpacks, and what girl does not like her name on a keychain? I know I do. So let's go ahead, and the first thing, of course, they say is to map out, have already done what your design's going to be. And we're gonna do this real quick. I was just doing a rainbow scheme, and then I am going to have another bead. I'm going to put a little spacer right there. You'll see later on. So I'm going to spell his friend's name, and of course be mindful that you're spelling their name correctly and the direction that you're pointing it to. So this one is JC, okay? So real easy. And then I'm going to put another star, another bead. I guess you, sorry about that, I guess you call them spacers, so I'm learning the lingo of how to do jewelry making. And once again, I'm going to follow the same pattern. Of course, you can do whatever you like, your heart's content, to your heart's content. And then I'm going to put this excess stuff away because I don't need it anymore, and I just need one more spacer. Okay, I'm lying to you. I need two more spacers. One right here and one right there. Okay, so first and foremost, this is where you grab a parent and you have a lighter, and since this is fabric, the only downfall is that it does fray at the end, as opposed to these plastic ones. They do not fray. So get your lighter, kind of burn the tip a little bit, and twist it so that it comes to like a pointy end, so you're able to thread it through the beads more easily. And you may have to do this a couple of times throughout your beading process, because it will fray when you are putting the string through the bead, and that's okay. So let's start with number 1. So again, the other video showed the girl just doing one string, and another gal had 3 strings. I'm like, forget that, I'm not doing 3 strings. So I tweaked it and I'm only doing 2. So I'm putting the bead in one side. This one's completely empty, free of bead, and I'm just going to tie a knot. I'm going to tie 2 knots. There's 1, and 2, My 2-year-old is like infatuated with Sesame Street, and he loves Count from Sesame Street. So whenever we count, we go 1, 2, Okay, so I did 2 knots. So that's a little spacer. Next, I'm going to put both of them together. Okay? I'm going to put both of them together instead of using a single strand. And now I'm going to start the pattern of the hearts. So there's blue. And see, like I mentioned before, it's going to fray, and that's okay. Oop. Yep, definitely need a parent. And so after blue, we're doing green, yellow, orange, and pink. Some of the other videos showed like tying each individual, like a knot after each individual bead. But you know what? This stuff's going to be given away for free. I'm going to put some effort, but not like a bunch of effort into it, too much detail. So here we go. And then here's our little spacer. I'm going to use a single string. And once again, I'm going to push this to the top, and I'm going to tie 2 more knots. Doesn't have to be perfect. Don't tie it too tight, because then these are going to get crunched up like this. They're going to be like, so you kind of want to have it loose, like it's hanging. And 1 more knot. Just a simple knot. Nothing fancy. You can if you want to. Okay, so now we're going to start her name, and we're going to be mindful of how we do this. So we're going to start with the J and the A. Let's make sure we're doing it the right way. Let's see, am I doing it the right way? Let's see. That's how senile I am. I have moments. Let me do it the other way around. Abort mission on that. Let's do it right side up instead of upside down. That way, that's better. J-A. And of course, I'm just doing names. You can do phrases like have fun, summertime, I love you. My son wanted me to do Pokemon, but I don't know if there's any boys in his classroom that's gonna buy a keychain that says Pokemon with hearts on it. So we'll have to figure out a different idea for that. So here we go. I have JC, simple, and this looks really cute if you have like a really long name. The keychain just turns out even better. So once again, I'm using a single string, or thread, I guess you would say, or strand, pushing this to the top, going to tie 2 more knots, 1 and 2. So we're about 75% of the way there. Okay, so now we have our spacer. Next, we start our pattern again. Let's put these 2 strings together. And I'm going to do the pink pattern. Oh, excuse me, I'm lying to you. Nope, that's right, pink. Orange. It's okay, I'm not perfect, sorry. yellow, and green, and blue. So we have that pattern again. We're just kind of carrying it through. We're just following it through. So honestly, super cute. We've done this for like about a whole 5 minutes. And look how far we've gotten. And this is super cute. I would have wanted this when I was 7. So grab a single string or thread. This is going to be your last spacer. We're going to pull that through. And we're going to tie 2 more knots. Like I said, not super tight, but just, you know, enough so it's not shuffling around everywhere. So, bam, we are done. If you want, well, excuse me, let me rephrase. We are done with this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both of these pieces of string together, and I am going to make one big knot right here because this is our ending area. Okay. Look how super cute that is. I think it's super cute. My son wants to sell them for $1. I'm like, dude. Okay, maybe $3. And I have, like, again, I have some leftover beads from like costume jewelry that I just dismantled. And so, I don't know, purple and green. I think of Frozen. I think it's like purple green color theme. So you can use these. You can use whatever you want. You can use like little pearls to like your heart's content, but of course, as long as it fits through the string fits through the hole. So I am going to add these. I think that's fun. And there's no right or wrong. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I don't want to be perfect. And you can do maybe loop this through here and put this one through. Whoop. It's fighting me. It doesn't want to go through. Uh-oh. Twist it. Maybe it'll go through. Peekaboo. Come on out. Ah, no, it's fighting me. Okay. 3's a charm. Alright, let's see. There we go. Peekaboo. There we go. So you can have it long if you want, or you can have it short. It's totally up to you. I prefer the more elongated look, which means like it looks longer rather than shorter, because it looks like it just flows better when it's on a purse or backpack. I think longer keychains look cool. So I'm going to make this one a little bit on the longer side. And so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to have this hang longer, so I'm going to make the knot a little bit closer to the end. Okay, so this one, you could just do the opposite. You could follow the same pattern, put this bead on top and this one on the bottom, or you can do, just to show you, and of course you can tweak it or change it up however you want, but I'm just showing you. Let's do this one first and this one last. These projects are super forgiving. If you don't like it, you know, you could always experiment and try something on your own. You know, as long as you have the time or make time. So I'm going to double knot here. 2 knots. And this is it. You know, I think this came out very well. Okay, 10 minutes. 10 minutes and you have this cute little keepsake keychain for your friends to give. You know, you can put this like in a card, a birthday card, again, backpack if the girls have a purse. So I was able to make one for his teacher, and some of his friends that are girls. I'm not going to say girlfriends. And I think this is pretty good production. I'm running a sweatshop here. So give it